Well, I think that Catherine's leaving obviously is a bittersweet moment for all of us, but I must say that her leadership of the Hall over the past 10 years has taken the Hall to places that I don't think one of us could have imagined when she was hired as the executive director.
There's been an amazing increased awareness of the Hall of Fame statewide and across the country. She has introduced highly advanced and very successful educational programming. She has put us on solid financial ground. She's expanded the board to include some of the most incredible community leaders and successful businesswomen. And she's created ongoing stable corporate and community relationships statewide. All these markers speak volumes of her abilities, her strengths, and her contributions to the Hall, which have created a firm foundation for the future of this organization, and with her retirement, a very large void.
Katherine is a magician. Every year she takes a plain Jane conference center and makes it into a happening where we feel so warmly embraced to celebrate women. But she's a magician all year long. Think how she takes such little bits of money and makes it into fantastic programs. And think what she has done to make all of us, in an abracadabra way, recognize the importance of heralding women and celebrating them throughout the state. Women who are going places now, women who are making contributions now, but those who are part of our historic fabric. But I think, mainly on this occasion, we really want to say that yes, she is a magician, but she is really magic.
Katherine is an organizer extraordinaire. She has the big vision, and yet she is aware of all the small details that go into making both an incredible event, making someone feel comfortable, and in terms of growing an organization, and that certainly is what she has done at the Hall.
It has been a wonderful experience to be working with Katherine over these years and to watch her grow and to watch the Hall grow and expand in so many terrific ways. And I think for me, the watershed moment was when the decision was made to make the Hall a virtual hall. And it was just a brilliant decision. And Katherine led the charge, helped lead the charge in that in a very, very effective way. And I think it's really put the Hall on the virtual map, if you will.
Katherine Wiltshire is an amazing ambassador for women. As women, we tend to not think very much about ourselves or think about the impact that we've had. And Katherine and the Hall of Fame have really brought the history of women in the state of Connecticut going back centuries into the forefront.
She brings her unwavering support of women, support of telling their stories, a support of bringing out the best of young women, going for their dream, letting nothing hold them back. She is inspirational in her passion and her belief in the power of women.
Aside from her fabulous style and her great energy and her incredible diligence, I think back to being out in the backstage area before Patty Russo and I went on when we co-chaired the selection committee a couple years ago, and watching Katherine in action. It was like she had eyes in the back of her head. She was talking to me, but at the same time she knew exactly what was going on with all the 14 people back there. She knew to the second how behind the schedule was, which of course drove her crazy to no end. And yet she was gracious and beautiful and welcoming. And I said, wow, that's an executive director.
Katherine is the most gracious, the most leader-like. But we also, some of us know that she is a strict taskmaster. Have you ever looked at the minute-by-minute script of how the honoree dinner is going to go? And you see, she has scripted it out to the second, not just the minute. It shows her execution abilities as well as her visionary abilities.
Katherine, for me, you are the Connecticut Women's Hall of Fame. Your strong leadership, your vision for the Hall, your sense of style has been an inspiration to me. and I feel very lucky that I've been a part of this. So Katherine, thank you, and I wish you much happiness in your retirement.
So thank you, Katherine, for making women famous in the state of Connecticut. Best wishes in retirement. I'm very jealous. I know that there are many great things to come from Katherine Wiltshire.
So Katherine, thank you. Thank you for your energy, for your commitment, for your dedication, for your strong feminist ways, and for making the hall what it is today and leaving an incredible legacy for your successor, for the board, and most importantly for girls and women all over the world to understand what great resources Connecticut has.
Katherine, when I'm with you, you feel so special. You make all of us feel like we are so much a contributor. You are so smart, you've done so much, and you've left an incredible legacy for this hall and for this state. We know we don't have to say goodbye because you'll continue to be a fantastic cheerleader for women and for this state. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Katherine, thank you for what you've done for the Connecticut Women's Hall of Fame, what you've done for the women and girls of Connecticut, and I wish you all the best in whatever it is that you do next. I am sure it will be fabulous.
Katherine, thanks for giving yourself to the hall and making the hall literally part of your every minute breathing life. And now you can take some of yourself back, give it to your children, your grandchildren, and to whatever else is next in your life. I know it will be exciting.
I'd like to thank you for prioritizing the hall for more than a decade, for continuing its mission and vision in ways that we might not have dreamed possible a decade ago. And I want to wish you the very best for you and yours in the future.